this is Sierra and today's video is going to be a 2019 reading slash life wrap up and 2020 goals for both reading and just goals I want to accomplish. Currently in my new apartment, so this is where I'm going to be filming from now on because this is where my bookshelf is. And yeah, so let's just get started. A lot of things happened in 2019. The first few months were a little rocky. I don't think I've ever gone into this on this channel, but it's kind of personal, the things that were going on, so I won't get into it too much. 2019 was the year of twists and turns, and I decided to move out of my house that I shared with my roommate. My boyfriend and I are in this apartment now currently with our cat Suede, and that was definitely a big change. That is a recent change because that only happened like not even 2 weeks ago. We moved in on December 21st, so it's been a time to say the least, but everything is great. I have great natural light. It's all good. I'm gonna be posting more videos. That's definitely one of my goals for 2020. But let's look back on some of my reading stats and stuff for 2019. Today I'm filming this on December 31st, so Happy New Year if you're seeing this. Happy 2020. I hope this year is even better than the last for you. But let's get started with, I got my phone here, so let's get started with, hi there, it's Sierra, editing Sierra in fact. Some stat amendments. Goodreads was being really stupid and not showing all my books, but I have backed up everything, so let's just get started with what's gonna go down. So my reading goal, as you may have guessed, was 12. My total read, however, was 29 books. So I surpassed that goal by a lot, over 2 times, pretty much. My TBR at the start of this year was 165 books. I don't know what number it is at now, but we'll see how things go throughout 2020. I did get rid of a lot of books before I moved. The total pages that I read in 2019 was 10,063 pages. My age group breakdown, so I read about 11 adult books, 16 young adult books, and 2 middle grade. I borrowed 10 out of 19 books from my library. Books per month, so my biggest reading month was July and my worst reading month was January. The average pages per month is 839 pages. Pages per day, about 28. Average day spent on a book is 13. Longest book I read this year was Sex Plus by Lacey Green, which was 528 pages. The shortest book I read was Simple Matters by Jenny Mustard, and that was 176 pages. Average star rating was 3.59 stars. Author breakdown 10 male, 18 female. For some other great stats if you want to look at, author country, language translated from stats, and in my diversity stats for this year. I hope to improve those and get a bigger variety in the next year. So now let's break down all the books I read this year, including DNFs and rereads. This is in no particular order at all. Dear Mr. M by Herman Koch, which I gave 4 stars. A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer, I gave that 4 stars.
Human Acts by Hong Kong, 3 stars. Past Tense by Star Spider, 1 star. I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman, 3 stars. My first DNF of the year was Challenger Deep by Neil Schusterman. And then this started a string of DNFs, and which I disappeared into a reading slump. This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab, which I DNF'd. Then I reread Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi. I gave that 4 stars, but I DNF'd Unravel Me by Tahara Mafi. Then I reread Harry Potter. I reread Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, gave that 5 stars. Reread Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, 5 stars. And then I read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which is by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I gave that 5 stars. I reread Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs, which I gave 4 stars. I read Nimona by Noelle Stevenson, which is a graphic novel, and I gave that 5 stars. I read Seconds by Brian Lee O'Malley, which is also a graphic novel, and I gave that 4 stars. Another graphic novel, Our Cats Are More Famous Than Us by Annette Hirsch and Yuko Oda, which I gave 3 stars. And then I read a nonfiction book, Simple Matters by Jenny Mustard, and that was 3 stars. Then I read the Raven Cycle, which consists of The Raven Boys, The Dream Thieves, Blue Lily Lily Blue, and The Raven King. All I gave 5 stars. Then I read The Ditch by Herman Koch, which I gave 3 stars, and Spark Joy by Mary Kondo, which I gave 5 stars. I also read JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1 Phantom Blood Volume 1 by Hirohiko Araki, which I gave 4 stars. Then I reread The Walking Dead books 1 and 2. It's a graphic novel by Robert Kirkman, Charlie Adlard, Tony Moore, Cliff Rathburn, and others. Then I read Hollow City by Ransom Riggs, which I gave 4 stars. Sex Plus by Lacey Green, which I also gave 4 stars. Then finally The Weight of Zero by Karen Fortunati, which I gave 3 stars. And that's everything from Editing Sierra. Back to the original video.
I'll move on to some of my 2020 reading goals. But as I mentioned in the previous portion of this video, I want to try and not put so many books on hold and not finish them when I actually really like them. So definitely gonna do that more this year. I also, obviously, I want to read more. I want to read more than around 21 books, so, and my TBR is definitely getting larger and larger. I'm gonna be filming a book haul, which was Christmas / Boxing Day book haul, so stay tuned for that. I also really want to be more active on this channel as well as my blog. I'm thinking about maybe starting and revamping a Ko-Fi account. Maybe once I get more content out there this year. If you have anything you want to see this year, I did post a poll on my Twitter account. I believe it has since ended, but if you would like to make suggestions or give feedback on various things that I've done in the past, or give me suggestions for new things, that would be greatly appreciated. Now let's read off some of my life-related goals. I did put it in my bullet journal, which I'm gonna try and keep up with this year. I sincerely doubt that I will, but here we are. And I called it Things to Accomplish in 2020. Yeah, so I've already kind of accomplished one of them, which pretty cool. The first one is the one that I accomplished, obviously, and it's decide whether or not to go back to school in the fall. So in the past, I may have mentioned that I wanted to go back to school. I wanted to go to a local university, Carleton University, and major in English. But I went through, like, what did I look at? I looked at, like, everything there was to know about the program, and I even went to an open house. But I didn't end up applying because, I guess, reasons. I don't even know. I don't even know why I didn't even apply. But I'm definitely set on going back to school in the fall of 2020. So basically that would mean that I would be majoring in English, doing something that I really love. Basically my career path plan for English, because I know some people are like, English, what's that gonna get you? Like, well, I want to get, after I do my English degree, I want to get my ESL certificate for teaching English as a second language. So I want to be able to do that. I also want to learn a language. I'm hopefully wanting to learn Japanese, which I really enjoy the culture, Japanese culture, and I want to go there someday and visit. I also really enjoy trying new things, so if I enjoy some Japanese cuisine, that'll be fine. That would be fun to experience because I'm not really that familiar with Japanese cuisine. I have had sushi once before. Yeah, so that is my plan, and to learn Japanese, I kind of want to go to a local Japanese learning school where I live, but I could also minor in Japanese in Carleton, I believe, but I looked into that also, so I could do so if I wish. Anyway, so one thing accomplished out of my 9 things, so I only have 8 things left to accomplish in 2020. Here we go. So the next thing I want to accomplish, which I've kind of set the ground roots for already, so great, another thing pretty much almost accomplished. I want to make a 5-year plan. I've never made like an end of year plan or like a 5-year plan or even like a 10-year plan before, like, because it's kind of like sad, the reason that I haven't really made a future plan is that I didn't think I was gonna live this long to actually be able to do these types of plans. So I've definitely been very depressed in the past, and it's something I've struggled with since I was 16 and even a little bit before that, but I'm in such a good place right now that I feel like I'm ready to think more positively about my future. So yeah, that's the second thing. Now the third thing I already said that I probably won't be able to consistently stick to, but I want to consistently journal, bullet or otherwise. I do have a diary, and I do have this bullet journal, as well as my aunt gave me a dream journal for Christmas, so I might start doing that as well. So hopefully, and it'll like spark my creativity and stuff before I actually have to go back to school. The next thing that I hope to do and accomplish in 2019 is to start exercising. Now, I don't know if I'm going to join a gym per se, but I hope to become more active. I've never, it makes me feel weird saying this because, like, I've never been that much of an active person. I was never really that into sports. I mean, I did a couple sports as a kid, though, and the last time I ever exercised regularly was in grade 9 high school, and that was like almost 10 years ago, kind of. So I am super duperly out of shape, and I want to be able to be stronger and be more healthy. That's my goal. I don't want to lose weight or anything like that. Like, it's not my goal. I just want to be, like, I want to have more upper body strength. I want to be not so out of breath when I do physical activity. And yeah, so that's a big one. The next one I want to do is also kind of big, but I've already done a little bit, but I want to do more in 2020. So, and that is to learn how to cook. Now, I don't know, I get so nervous and anxious when I cook. I think I'm going to burn myself. I think I'm going to burn others. I think I'm going to burn the house down. Very, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna ruin the whole thing and then it's not gonna be good. But I also like following recipes, so if you have any recipe recommendations for someone who is just like starting out, that'd be cool. I also have I have a cookbook, which is it's a Jamie Oliver cookbook. It's like his 5-ingredient cookbook. So I'm hoping to cook more from that for the year of 2020, and beyond. So yeah. The next one is kind of a big and difficult one for me, and I don't think I'm gonna put too much pressure on myself to accomplish this one, but basically I want to mend my family relationships because of events in the past. My parents are not talking to my boyfriend Chris. It's for personal reasons, and my boyfriend Chris is also not talking to them, and I don't necessarily want them to continue hating each other and having this animosity towards each other, which I know I can't make them make up, but I just want to be able to get them in a place where they don't ridicule each other. And I don't know, I just want to be able to not necessarily have them like each other, but just have them on speaking terms. So that's going to be really hard. I don't know if I'm going to accomplish that goal or not, so we'll see. The next one is going to be kind of difficult. I may not be able to do this because I have not consulted with my physician yet, but I want to start maybe weaning off my mental health medication. Now, I don't recommend doing this unless you consult with your doctor, which is like something I need to do with my doctor. So I'm not saying that I'm going to do it without my doctor knowing about it, because that would be very dangerous. Don't do it. So I'm gonna talk with my doctor and see what they say, and hopefully I won't have to rely on medication anymore, which would be good because I've been taking medication for almost 7 years now. So yeah, and I'm getting kind of sick of it, really, but I'm not gonna stop because I want to. I'm just gonna find a healthy way to wean off. And yeah, this kind of goes into my next goal, which is find healthier coping habits. Now, this could mean coping habits for mental health, for eating, etc. So I want to be able to physical activity as well. I want to be able to not be so lazy. I want to be able to get up early. I want to be able to eat healthy. I want to have healthy coping habits for when I feel anxious or depressed or what have you. I just want to have more strong healthcare things in my life, and I think definitely starting this year would be best since I'm going back to school, and school in the past has been always a huge stressor for me and was one of the main stressors that caused me to be admitted to hospital when I was 16. So, the last thing I want to accomplish in 2020, it's going to be weird trying to say 2020, is I want to start writing again. And I only do really creative writing. I might, maybe in the future, we'll see, write like a memoir or like some sort of short memoir thing or like a collection of essays or something along the veins that follows just me and like my life and stuff. But I really want to start creative writing more often. I want to be able to not necessarily write every day or whatever, but I want to be able to unleash creativity. And I feel like in 2019 I was in a creative slump because a lot of things were happening that were really negative and a lot of things that were really not so great, but there are also some great things that happened this year. But my brain was like thinking that it wasn't that gonna be that how do I put this? My brain was like, oh, this good things keep happening. When's the bad thing gonna happen? Like, and I want to like quelch that train of thought because I feel like that it's not a positive, fulfilling thing or thought to have. So yeah, that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know some of the positive things that happened to you in 2019, and let me know some of your goals for 2020 if you would like to share. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this, please subscribe. If you like this, please like it, and if you want to see more of my face, please subscribe, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye!